Hello, hello, hello. This is Jumon Joseph. Now, a couple of you were asking me to share a trade that I had sent out. Um, so I'm going to share it. As you know, I do not like to speak. I do not like to do anything like that with communicating. However, I'm doing this for my friends and for all of those who enjoy seeing the way that I trade, I guess. So then, so now I was doing my top-down analysis. I was on the 4-hour chart. I noticed that had price had been pushing down, forming from this high right there, low, high, low, low, lower high, higher low, higher high, equal lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, and so on and so forth and so forth. Okay. Now, nice. Okay, all that is nice, but what I noticed is that price itself was pushing up into a certain area where I expected some kind of sensitivity from. All right, so I expected to get some kind of sensitivity from um, this area right here. Okay, so price came down, tapped into that area, and I actually had like an odd block drawn up in that area right there. So I'm going to show it to you just now on I believe it was the 45-minute chat or something like that. So I'm going to just get right there to you. So, okay. So just for crying out loud, price was bullish. Okay. Price was bullish. Okay. So I like to use the 4-hour, 45-minute chat and, stuff like that. Okay. So, um, what I noticed is that price was coming down based either on this order block or one of these order block here. Let me just pull it up just to see. Yeah, based on this order block, price was coming up into this. So you had this order block right here, this order block. This order block was mitigated some just a little bit, but not all the way to the 50%. So, I expected that price could come back into it, try to move a little bit higher. But then this last order block right here, hold on, let me just get my drawing point. This is the order block that I'm talking about right here. This whole area is an order block, okay? And because this is the last push up before down, which means that price was trying to grab the liquidity above this area right there, all right? So I was looking in this area. So I had my point of interest drawn out, right? So then I jumped down to the lower time frame. I think it was either the 3-minute or some what chart. I think it was the 5-minute first. Didn't like what I saw there quite well. The 3-minute was giving me a much clearer picture at the time. All right. So okay. Now what? Price pushed up pretty heavily, right? I started to see I started to see this Wyckoff schematic. It's a distribution schematic started to play out. So I went ahead and marked out my buying climax, my automatic rally, secondary test, my up thrust in B, or secondary test in B, however you want to call it. And at this point right here, price break below. So I was eyeing this as a potential sign of sign of weakness, but I wasn't sure yet because guess what? The spring had not been formed. So at this point, I was eyeing this as like a type 2 schematic or whatever. This would have probably been, had the spring formed properly, this would have probably been the act as the UTAD or the spring. Okay, so And then price came up, broke this structure point, and when price broke this structure point, this right here was telling me, yo, you know, okay, if price doesn't continue going up too far and then pushes back down immediately, this is a point of interest right here, and this would be our up thrust. Okay, so then price pushed down, came back, closed below this area right here, and started to push down. So what was I waiting for now? I was waiting for some sort of sign of weakness, which is right here. This is your sign of weakness right here, because price came, closed below the AR, okay, which is the automatic rally or whatever they call it. Okay, so let me just type that in just so you could see it. Okay. Okay. So this is our sign of strength. So at this point, what am I looking for? I am looking for some area right in here that tells me, okay, where is an area that the market makers would be interested in would be interested in basically kind of giving me like a sign that I could sell from that point. This area right here and this area right here, which are pauses in the market before a strong push down. You have a little pause right here again before a strong push down. These areas right here were my thing. I'm not gonna lie. I got stopped out on the first attempt, but I entered immediately because I was pretty confident that either this area or this area right here would have given me, you know, my move down. Okay. So at this point, okay, I saw the spring, price was pushing up. I had everything marked out, everything ready. Okay, I was on my MetaTrader, I had all the things ready, was waiting for a push up. It pushed up into my entry. Let me mark this out right here just to show you what I was thinking. Like, let me just put this right here properly. Okay. And I think my stop loss was something like this at the time. Okay. So I had a very, very tight stop loss. I had a stop loss of about what? First? No, less than that, I think. Uh, boom, boom. My stop loss was, my entry was right at there, and my stop loss was someplace here. Something like that, I guess. Hold on. Yeah, something like that, right? And I got stopped out immediately. This is a 1.4 pip stop loss. So I get stopped out for like $150, because I had 10 lots on the trade. All right. But then I entered immediately with I re-entered immediately with the confidence that price would not break above this right here. So um, I entered the same thing with the same amount of pips. And as you can see, price broke down. My points of interest where I was tagged in was this area right down here. And as well, we had this imbalance right here that was telling me that, yo, price is gonna break down pretty hard. Okay, so we had this imbalance right here, okay, which was telling me that, okay, price is going to definitely fill this. I wasn't sure how much more it was going to go down after this. So I got out right around these areas right here, okay? And that move right there was about, hold on, let me just adjust this properly. Okay, okay. I think at that point my stop loss was just about here, and my entry was someplace around there. Okay. Yeah. Something like that. All right. So I got in, price fell, gave me my gave me a good push down, and this was like a 1 to 6, but in reality I only got a 1 to 4 because I partialed right around here at maybe about a 1 to 1. No, I partialed right about here at a 1 to 1. I partialed someplace else about here, and then I partialed the last position out there. Now, the importance of what I am telling you is that I look for confirmation. First, I had my point of interest. All right, that is where I expect price could reverse. Okay, and let me go back on the 45-minute chart. Okay, where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Yeah, this right here was my point of interest. All right, this was my point of interest right here. All right, so I know where I wanted price to go. Now eventually price pushed down a lot further than where it went. And I wish I had stayed in, but then again didn't wish I stayed in because price behaves like stupid sometimes. And today was Friday and non-farm payroll and stuff like that. I just didn't want the hassle of managing that trade over the point in time. And as you can see, if you scroll in, price actually did give a pushback. And if anybody had decided that I sent this trade out to would have decided to stay in the trade, they would have gotten stopped. Like at least one of their positions would have gotten stopped out. If anybody had lost money on this trade, I would have been surprised. But price never quite came back to our entry. So now my next point of interest is within this area right here. Okay, I think this is like a 4-hour order block or something like that. But my next point of interest is this. So I'm going to be looking for buys next week when price comes down to this area right here. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so as I'm saying, it doesn't matter which style you trade, whether you use smart money or retail. The more confirmations you have in your favor is actually, the more higher percentage you will have of winning that trades. If you have confirmation stacked in your favor, then it's just not going to work out. So we are coming into a higher order block as well. We are also coming into this order block right here, which I wasn't paying. Well, I had it in the back of my mind. I knew that this was an order block, but we were coming into this order block right here, which if I had waiting around or something, maybe I could have gotten some sort of trade off of there, because you have this distribution schematic point right here, so I could have probably gotten some kind of trade off of some other order block back there. But then this order block broke down, would have given you a re-entry right at this order block right here. Hold on, let me draw it out. This, if you traded this schematic right here, okay, you would have gotten some sort of entry maybe right here. Okay, because we'd have got your breakdown, and this would be your LPS, your last point of supply. Okay, this would have been your LPS, and then boom. So that's where your entry would be. Sometimes the entry happens right away, and sometimes it takes a little while to happen. But if you're generally patient, and patience is quite important in trading, you will have success. So um, that's all I really got to say for today. I hope you understand everything. I mean, yo, if you need any help, just hit me up in the comments, and I'll be glad to help anybody that needs help, man. So this is the Binary Geek, and I am signing out. Bye bye.